So today was the deadline for the filing of income tax returns. Failure to do so will mean penalties and sanctions. So joining us tonight on NewsLife is Atty. Claro Ortiz, Head Revenue Executive Assistant in the Enforcement and Advocacy Service of the Bureau of Internal Revenue. Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
So to start us off, any extensions for the filing of income tax returns, and if a taxpayer and files his returns tomorrow, what are the penalties? Are you considered an evader?
In answer to your first question, unfortunately there's no extension in filing your income tax return. And as to the second question, as to the penalty, if you do not file any income tax return, or there's a late filing of your tax return, then you will be imposed 20% interest per annum and 25% surcharge. And for the third question, if you are a tax evader right away, no, you're not considered a tax evader. We have a process in investigating, developing, and prosecuting tax evasion.
In fact, on this, sir, how would you assess the BIR's campaign against the tax evaders? How many tax evasion cases have been filed? And how long does it take to prosecute these cases?
Well, so far, under the present administration, we have filed 160 cases. The process in filing these cases, we have to file a complaint first before the Department of Justice, and the Department of Justice will determine if there's probable cause in filing such tax evasion. And if there is probable cause, then they will file an information before the appropriate courts.
So we heard about the rate program. What could you expand on this?
Under the rate program, we encourage voluntary. The objective of the rate program is to encourage voluntary compliance, and also we try to make a deterrent factor by filing high-profile cases.
Okay, so how about under declaration of tax payments? How different is this from tax evasion cases?
Under declaration of tax payment is just one of the violations for tax evasion. And there are several kinds of tax evasion. Tax evasion is actually a generic term, and there are specific violations under tax code, specifically under sections 254 and 255. An example of which is willful failure to pay your taxes, willful failure to file your income tax, willful failure to supply accurate information, and the sorts. So
how important is asking for a receipt to ensure VAT collections are reported whenever we buy things outside?
Asking for a receipt is very important in a sense that the business enterprise is compelled to declare their income if there is a receipt that was issued. And in line with this, I'd like to encourage the customers or the taxpayer or the people in general to ask for a receipt, because we have a program which is the Premise Recibo program, and we give rewards, or we give at least a 1 million peso reward to, it will be raffled to a person every month.
How can these people claim these prizes and these rewards?
All you have to do is just text the official receipt number, and that official receipt should be registered before the BIR.
Can they do it online on the website of the BIR?
Yes, we have a website for the Penalty for the Recibo, and you can go to www.bir.gov.ph.
Okay, great, sir. So a final word from you to our viewers.
I'd like to emphasize that it is the obligation of the taxpayer to file and pay their taxes correctly.
Oh, well, sir, that was short, brief, but straight to the point. Thank you very much for being with us. This was Atty. Claro Ortiz, Revenue Head Assistant of the BIR.
Thank you for having me.